Hi, this is Marley Romero for Microbiology, Week 3. Today's date is March 23rd. It is 12:43 p.m. And I'm going to do the differential stains. So I've already labeled here my slides. And on the bottom side, I've done my circles. I don't know why I can't get a perfect circle. My circles are not getting better. They're just crooked. One of them ends up good and the other one. But anyway, there's a circle there. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to get my broth for the E. coli. And when I open it, I have to pass the lip of it through the flame to sterilize it, make sure there's no germs or bacteria on there. Okay, then I'm going to take my illocation loop, shake it off, make sure it's dry. And on my E. coli slide that I have here, it said to dip the loop inside the broth and then smear some of the broth onto the circle. And then this has to be disposed of in bleach, but I'm going to set it here so that I can put everything in one bleach container. And then you have to pass it through the flame again and then close it. And then what I have to do is, after I do that, I have to allow it to dry. And then I will heat fix it. So I'm going to put this on my little clamp so I don't get burned. And I did read on there that it said do not put it right on the flame because you can destroy your microbe. And then you just pass it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it does still look a little bit wet, so I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit. And then I have to place this in my little tray right there in the middle, using the crystal violet gram stain number 1. It's labeled. You're going to put 1 to 2 drops right on the little circle. For 60 seconds. You're going to leave it on there. Gonna keep track of the time. So I'm just waiting for 60 seconds. Once the 60 seconds are up, I have to take some water and rinse that off. And then we're gonna use secondly the iodine, which is on your bottle. It says gram stain number 2. And then do the same, 1 to 2 drops for another 60 seconds. Then I will rinse that off also. After that, I'm going to use the decolorizer, and it says the gram stain number 3. Once I use that, I will go ahead and use as well the saffron gram stain number 4. Make sure everything is really dry, so I'll set it on my paper towels or my absorbent pads Leave it alone, don't touch it, let it air dry completely. Once it's air dried, I can view it under high, medium, and low powers. And then I will take my photos from my microscope so I can put them on my worksheet. Okay, it's been 60 seconds. So I'm gonna hold this at an angle in order to rinse off the water. So I will do this. And then I have to dump this out in straight down in the middle of the drain. And then I will put this back on my tray. Use the iodine. Apply 1 to 2 drops. Wait for 60 seconds. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same process, rinse off my slide with the water. I'm going to dump this out down the drain. And I'm going to place it back in there. I'm going to do the decolorizer for 30 seconds. I have to rinse this off again. I will dump this out again. Put my slide back. Use the saffron gram stain number 4. Do the same thing for 30 seconds, 1 to 2 drops. And then I'm gonna rinse this off. And I'm gonna pour this liquid out in the sink, down the drain. I'm gonna set my slide aside, and I'm gonna let it air dry so I can go look underneath the microscope and see what I can find. I'm gonna repeat everything I just did for my other two slides, for the S. epididymis and then the yeast, the S. cerevisiae. And then I'll be able to view once everything's completely dry underneath my microscope using high, medium, and low power to view and take my pictures. And that should be it for the second part of the experiment for week 3, the differential staining.